remind the House that these are national heroes. Some are on our side, some are on their side. So let us be mindful how we react when it's our turn. Obviously, there will come a time that a statement will be made in honor of the hard work of former President Nkrumah, Liman, Jerry Rawlings, Professor Mills, and all. Let us, Mr. Speaker, let us focus on their contribution.
Doctor of Murdɛrer, sit down. Doctor of Murdɛrer, sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence. Papa Kunipa.
Mr. Speaker,
honorable members. Honorable members, please let's give him hearing. I'm not taking any point of order. So, leader, let's hear you.
Mr. Speaker, obviously, in such commemorative statements, our focus should be on the contributions made by these national heroes, rather than using it as an opportunity to debate. I recall that in the 8th Parliament, I remember that there was such an occasion, and I was directed. I don't have a problem admitting where I'm wrong. I can't be perfect. I remember that my respected colleague, Dr. Zenator Rawlings, Dr. Zenator, Zenator, very well. It's good to be corrected. That's okay. Dr. Zenator Rawlings. I got it right this time. Mr. Speaker, my colleagues are telling me to say that she's been ignored by the Mahama administration, but I won't say that. But I'm not going to say that. Mr. Speaker, on that occasion, I was reminded by the chair that days like that is not, are not meant for looking at criticisms and all. So let's focus on the person's contribution to national development. So I just want to remind colleagues as such on this. If we want to waste time on adverse publications by people, none of us would have our peace in this room. As I sit here, I'm sure many people are writing all manner of articles. But there are good sides of me and there are good sides of colleagues that would have to be discussed. And I believe that is what the honorable member said. Mr. Speaker, Dr. J.B. Dankwa, the records have it that he was more than a politician. He was a legal luminary, a historian, a philosopher, and one of Ghana's foremost nationalists. Mr. Speaker, it has to be emphasized his lead role he played in the formation of the UGCC, which is the first political party we know. His advocacy and intellectual rigor helped shape the political consciousness that led to Ghana's independence. Nothing can be taken away from him. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable leader, hold on. Who said that chair? Leader, the person is afraid, so go on.
Mr. Speaker, I know who said it. That is Honorable Asedun Kachia's son. He said it. Mr. Speaker, Dr. J.B. Dankwa had an enduring contribution, which contribution was founded on the research he made into the history of our country. He is credited with proposing the name Ghana for our nation, linking us to the proud heritage of the ancient Ghana Empire. He believed in an independent Ghana built on democratic principles, personal freedoms, and the rule of law. Mr. Speaker, at the risk of being repetitive, these have been emphasized by the earlier speakers, including my respected colleague, Honorable Abu Jinapo. These values that he espoused, Mr. Speaker, continue to shape our governance till today. Let me quote a profound statement which resonates with many students of politics. Quote, "True democracy demands of men that they dare to be wise. Liberty does not mean lawlessness. It means the observance of laws that uphold freedom. Freedom is not a gift to be handed down, but a right to be fought for." Mr. Speaker, indeed, freedom is a right, far right. And we know what Martin Luther King stood for. And those values he stood for, and its contribution to the black liberation and redemption, and that opportunity for all that his values created for America. Mr. Speaker, this great man's belief in democracy and freedom was so profound that he challenged the Ghana's first post-independent president in the 1960 by contesting Dr. Nkrumah. The Speaker, just for emphasis, it was JB and his colleagues who actually contributed to bring Nkrumah to Ghana to be the secretary to the UGCC. Although he was unsuccessful in that election, remind the House that these are national heroes. Some are on our side, some are on their side. So let us be mindful how we react when it's our turn. Obviously, there will come a time that a statement will be made in honor of the hard work of former President Nkrumah, Liman, Jerry Rawlings, Professor Mills, and all. Let us, Mr. Speaker, let us focus on their contribution.
Doctor of Murdɛrer, sit down. Doctor of Murdɛrer, sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence. Papa Kunipa.